Is help on the way in the Ole Miss running back room? It just might be. I'm here to tell you about it. My name is Michael Borky. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell because we go live 3 nights a week talking Ole Miss sports on Rebel Report Live, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Sunday nights, and I hope to see you there. So Ole Miss needs help in the running back room. It's something that we've talked about a good bit before with the departure of Quinshon Judkins. Almost 300 carries needs to be replaced, and despite the weirdness of that breakup and how it went down and things like that, he was a highly productive workhorse running back, and Ole Miss needs to replace him. And currently in the running back room, they have Ulysses Bentley, who in his own right is extremely good and productive, has not been able to stay healthy. That's been one knock against him, is just unfortunately has not been able to stay healthy through the course of an entire season. But when he's healthy and when he plays, he is productive, has not been given the volume of carries that Judkins has. You have Riscano, who is a completely and totally unproven commodity, has not taken a meaningful snap in college football yet. Now, all of the talk out of that program is they really like him and think that he's got an incredibly high upside, but until we see it, we just don't know. And then there's the LSU transfer Diggs, who is coming off of an injury where they're not even sure if he's going to be available come August when the season begins. And frankly, that is just not enough. They cannot go into this season with that being their running back room with no additional help. They were always going to add in the spring portal window, regardless of who it is. They need an additional body in that room, and help might be on the way. Familiar help as well. Henry Parrish, again, a familiar name, hit the portal or announced that they were doing the transfer portal thing today. This is kind of how it works. You get like 2 news cycles out of the same transfer. You get intends to hit the portal and then hits the portal. But Henry Parrish, currently at Miami, reported by basically everybody at this point, intends to hit the transfer portal. And Matt Zenitz reported that Ole Miss is going to be the favorite to land his services for whatever it's worth. I agree. I do think that Ole Miss is the likely destination, but you know how portal recruiting gets sometimes. Either way, you guys know that name because he initially went to Ole Miss out of high school, and he was productive at Ole Miss. Followed Kevin Smith from Ole Miss to Miami, the running backs coach, and Kevin Smith now obviously back at Ole Miss. Obvious connection. Sometimes 1 + 1 just equals 2. And again, a productive back. Looking at his numbers here, so he was in 2021, he had 550 rushing yards for Ole Miss on 5.3 per carry, had 173 receiving yards that year as well. Transferred to Miami, ran for 617 in 2022 on 4.7 per, ran for 625 this year on 6.3 per, and also caught 120 yards worth of passes in 2022. Did not use him as much in the passing game this year at Miami, but a productive back in his own right, very experienced, has 4 years of experience playing college football, obviously going through those numbers, and it makes just a metric ton of sense for him to return to Ole Miss and for Ole Miss to want him to return. Mostly, in my opinion, it's about familiarity, especially with a late portal addition where acclimation and learning the offense and getting settled into a locker room and into a program is, you got to do it much faster. Well, what better person to have to do that quickly than somebody that's been there? Henry Parrish knows Oxford and Ole Miss, and he knows Lane Kiffin, and he knows Kevin Smith, and he knows the offense. It's for a spring portal addition, the transition would be relatively seamless for somebody that's played in the program and been in the program and played for that coach, both head coach and running back coach in the past. But again, highly productive. He can catch out of the backfield, a veteran player. It seems like it would be a pretty low-risk transfer portal addition for Ole Miss. It's especially in the spring window where you don't know who's going to enter. Maybe you get like a game-changing back that puts their way in, but it's not a certainty. It's not a guarantee. So somebody like a Henry Parrish, you know, can produce at this level, you know, can produce in your offense, you know, is familiar. And that's something that's under-discussed when it comes to transfer portal guys. It's not just how do they fit in your team. It's that, they still go to class and they still have to live in town and they're moving and just all these other things that go on with portal guys that are under discussed. When it's somebody that has this level of familiarity, it feels like the hit rate would be much higher. So a very low risk portal addition if it comes to fruition. And Ole Miss needs it. They need a body in the running back room. Having somebody with this experience level and this familiarity to round out that running back room would be a big-time addition. Then you could feel really good about what they have in the backfield in Judkins' absence with Bentley and Riscano and then Parrish and then Diggs when he returns healthy. That is a good running back room, and you've seen I don't think there'd be much issue either with carry distribution. You've seen Ole Miss offenses under Lane Kiffin in the past have 4 people with over 100 carries. They've done it before. They will probably do it more by committee this year as well, so plenty of carries to go around. It makes a ton of sense. I kind of expect it to happen. Portal recruiting gets weird sometimes, but this would be a big pickup for Ole Miss. If it happens, it makes all the sense in the world. We'll see if it actually does, but they need portal help in the running back room. It just might be on the way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be live Tuesday night to talk Ole Miss, Southern Miss baseball on the Rebel Report Live. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys again here very soon.